What was the production at that point, at the point of the sale?
Point of the sale, we were doing about 700,000 cases,
Okay.
which was,
Wow.
predominantly just Pinot Noir. I mean, 700,000 cases. So, leading up to that point, I had a few friends that worked for larger companies. I won't mention the names of them, but, kind of like I'll call them commodity wines. So stuff that,
Yeah.
that is grocery, they're just very much like broad spread, big productions. And I met with each of them at different times, and I was like, this brand is starting to grow, and I don't know how to manage it. I've never done anything like this, and so the one element I think that remained uh, constant for all of these large producers was that they would not necessarily um, blend and bottle all the wine at one time. If it was
Mm.
over 100,000 cases, it would be done in multiple increments. And so you get label approval. So it might say, whatever the brand is, Sonoma County Pinot Noir from this vintage. Well, it doesn't need to be the same wine to use that same label. So they would start with
Mm.
100,000 cases of their best quality stuff, and then they'd get ratings on that, and then they would bottle another 100,000, 200,000, 300,000.
Mm.
And so I started seeing that there was this commonality, and that became my kind of point of differentiation between fine wine and commodity wine. And so that last vintage of Meiomi that we did, we took over an older facility. It was actually an old white Zin facility with huge tanks. There were a series of 300,000 gallon tanks, 300,000 gallon tanks, yeah. And so we
Mm.
were able to assemble the whole blend, uh, and make it homogeneous, and then bottle it all. And it was, I think to this day, it might be the largest single bottling of fine wine ever done. And it was, I mean, we have a
Hmm.
great team, but it was a beast to do. And after that vintage, I was very happy to. I mean, I was like, well, if we keep this brand, we're gonna have to build a tank, like a 2 million gallon tank. Like it was and how many times are you going to use that a year? It was like, you're going to use it like once in blending, and then you break it down into smaller tanks and you bottle it. So that was kind of the moment of clarity for me, where I thought, okay, we're not going to be making fine wine if we continue with this brand.
Hmm. That's very interesting.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section and see you in the next one.